and then you can get rid of it when you want to. You tell me when you're ready to start. What are you doing?
I'm starting. Go ahead. All right, I'll give a countdown, Greg.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And good morning. Welcome to another, good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of About Your House. Heard every week on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, About Your House Radio, and Put Tools in Schools. Brought to you by, in part, PutToolsInSchools.org and the Queen City Home Store. Since 1952, serving Charlotte and customers with some of the best service, best products available in the Charlotte area. That's the Queen City Home Store. Today, my guest, old friend, I think. Are you my friend?
I hope so.
Will you be my friend?
I will be your friend.
Bruce Zaidman's in the house. Bruce Zaidman is American Wood Reface and another company involved there,
Carefree
too.
Remodeling.
Carefree Remodeling? What do you Carefree Remodel?
Oh, we do a lot of windows and doors. I've been doing that for about 38 years in Charlotte.
You still doing windows and doors?
I do, quite a bit. All referral based, 100%.
How long you been in Charlotte now?
38 years.
38 years.
Yes, sir.
How long have I known you?
Probably about 36.
About 36 years?
Probably.
We go way back. And you know, we talk about age on this show a lot. I do, because I feel like age is important. It kind of gives us a benchmark, you know, in reality, you might say. He's about 3 months?
2 months.
2 months older than I am. He's in November and I'm in January. Matter of fact, my birthday was last Tuesday. And here we are, 74. We're both in our 75th year.
Happy birthday, Ray.
Happy birthday to you, belated as well. Speaking of our birthday, did the 75th coming at you kind of hit you a little bit?
It does. It's really, you know, even I was real glad to hit 65. That was a big one because Medicare.
Right.
That was great.
Social Security, Medicare, and all that.
I don't look at it that way. As long as I'm feeling good,
yeah.
You know, I feel fine. I feel great. It's funny, and I'm sure you feel the same. You look in the mirror and you go, "Who's that old guy?" But in your brain, you're still 40 years old, right?
Well, I tell people I'm 74 going on 40.
Exactly.
Because like tomorrow, I got a job vent hood to put up, 7-foot vent hood, biggest vent hood I ever put up in a kitchen. Very ornate, very ornamental.
I hope you have help.
I do, my son.
Okay.
And my son's going to help me. But the point is, I'm still out there lifting things and doing whatever. And really a crazy man, I get on roofs too, which a lot of people say.
That is crazy.
That's stupid. Well, call me stupid, but I'm going to keep on going until I keep my balance.
Yeah, my wife gets on me. I've had people ask all that, when are you going to retire? Why aren't you retired? As number one, I love what I do. I really love what I do. Sure. I have great employees. I have 37 employees in the company. We have a lot of family. I have 2 sons who work with me.
So both 2 sons work with you now?
Yes.
How many kids you got?
Well, I have 4, and I have 4 of my and 3 stepkids, and one of my sons is a stepson, but I don't
Got you.
call him that.
Oh no, he's family.
Since he was 18, yeah.
Sure.
Time I've been with his mother for 40 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your longevity.
Thanks.
And I'm glad you're still around. You're here with me today. And I've known Bruce. He was a member of NARI, the National Association of Remodeling Industry, which we kind of
first started.
When back in the day, in the 90s, you might say, well, not might say, it was the 90s. You know, back in when we started it, October of 1990, we chartered it. You became a member in the early years.
Early years. And
you're not a member today, which
I'm not.
No big deal.
I always laugh. What's the old saying? I don't want to join any club that would have me as a member. That's the old joke.
That's good.
But yeah, I work too much. I mean, it's just.
Well, back to retiring. Why retire?
No interest. What would I do? I'm play golf every day. You know, I don't have a ton of. I'm a businessman. That's what I am.
It's what you do.
It's what I do. I'm good at it, and I enjoy it. I still go on appointments every week, not every day, but 3-4 days a week. Mostly my personal referrals or customers, difficult situations where they need my help.
Right.
Still handle marketing, and I'm still the boss, and I I met a guy in Hilton. We have an office down in Hilton Head since
Right.
'09. And I met a gentleman there at a customer's house one time. He was a contractor. And I got there before the gentleman I was meeting there. I was with the homeowner. And she says to me, when he comes in, she says, I don't remember his name, but whatever his name was, she says, how old do you think he is? I looked at him. I was being kind. I said, I don't know, about 70. He says, he's 94 years old, still working every day as a contractor. I left the house. I called my wife. I said, I met my hero today.
Well, I know a guy here in town. He was one of my,
another 20 years.
He was my customer. And Ray Paul Hill, I hope he doesn't mind me telling his name, but he lives out in Carmel Estates, out off Carmel Road. And he's 90, and I saw him about 3 months ago, and he's just as spry and as chipper and as motivated as I am. And he, like you say, he's my hero.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can be 90 and have his energy, someone sent me a birthday greeting, happy birthday, Ray. I hope I have the energy you have when I'm 74.
Yeah.
But let me tell you a secret to that. And right here's other proof. If you don't use it, you will lose it.
Absolutely.
And if you stay sharp, and your brain's just as important as your physical body, you need to move that brain, keep it active, keep it engaged. The more you do, the better off you're going to be, and the longer you're going to live. And that's been proven many, many times. So let's get back to business.
Okay.
How is business?
Business is good. It's up and down like it always has been. We've been doing this a long time. The cabinetry part of the business, American Wood Reface, we are now in our 26th year. And we had a record, September, we had a record month. It was huge. But we're very consistent. The bulk of our business is not through marketing. It's through referrals, repeat customers, other
good
contractors. Work. Yeah, good work.
Through good work.
Exactly.
Good reputation.
You got to have a good reputation. It's funny. Things like Nextdoor has become a big deal today. And when I tell people, when we ask them to file reviews on us, of course, when we're done with the job, I say, go to Better Business Bureau. You don't have to complain anymore. You can actually review a company on Better Business Bureau. It's all 5 stars, A+ rating. You go to Angie, not what it used to be, but still there.
Right.
You can go to Google reviews, whatever. But Nextdoor is a big thing, and Nextdoor will make you or break you. I mean, I look at it from time to time and don't use this person. They did a terrible job. Or they took my money, didn't come back, or they'll go on there and they'll rave about you. So, that's a big thing now. Facebook, same thing.
Sure.
So that's the bulk of our business. I'd say we're in numerous markets now. We're based in Matthews, but we go to we have a showroom in Kernersville for the Triad area. We market and sell and do jobs in the Pinehurst, Southern Pines area, upstate South Carolina. Heck, tomorrow I'm driving all the way to Franklin, North Carolina.
That's the mountains, isn't it?
That's the mountains. It's 3 hours and 20 minutes from here. Normally we wouldn't do it, but the guy begged me. He sent me pictures. I gave him a quote on the phone. It's a multi-million-dollar home, so money's not the issue with him. And I told him, I said, look, I'll come there, but I got to charge you extra. But our extra is still reasonable.
Right, I understand.
Because we're a very reasonably priced company. Then we have our Hilton Head office. We cover basically from Savannah to Beaufort. My son Ben runs that. He's been moved down here from Ohio about 7 or 8 years ago to help me out. And
that's your Hilton Head office?
That's my Hilton Head office, yeah.
Right. Is it still strong?
Oh, it's unbelievable. When I opened there, it's a funny story. I opened there on a fluke. I just want to, maybe if I could do a couple jobs a month down there, I could justify buying a condo.
Right.
Small town effect, I call it. We'll get, somebody will call us and they'll be referred by 3 people, not just one.
Sure.
We see your trucks and vans all over the place. And we're doing everything now. Do kitchen remodeling, bathrooms, full condo renovations, closets.
So you've expanded over the years because you initially didn't do that. Because
I sold my initial company back in 2003. What you knew me for.
Oh yeah.
And they kind of ran it to the ground and went out of business a few years ago.
Well, that one company was a blight for the lifetime warranty. I'm not going to tell you the name of the company because I supported them. You know who I'm talking about. We both do. And that really, was the icing on the cake as far as lifetime warranties go when I hear that advertised.
Yeah.
You get a lifetime warranty. Well, if the company's not there,
Right.
what good's a lifetime warranty?
Right. Well, if you're dealing with for example, in the window business, which what I sold is a window and siding company, and we had a great reputation when I sold it in 03. And it was one of those deals, it wasn't for sale, but somebody came to me and made me the proverbial offer I couldn't refuse, which turned out to be not as good as it should have been. And I regret it after I did it, but I had a 6-year no-compete in that business. So
right.
From 03 to 09, I couldn't sell windows or siding or doors,
right.
things like that. But I started American Wood Reface here in 2000. So that was a whole different situation.
Window World and Siding.
Window World and Siding Company.
That was your company.
That was my company.
Yeah.
The original Window World.
I understand.
And they went out of business, I think, 3 years ago.
Right.
Like that.
And before that, there was another siding business in Charlotte, but I'm not going to mention the name.
Oh, it'd been dozens. I mean,
but by the same company's my point.
Oh, well, there was the national franchise came about for Window World, which is a national company.
Right.
And I sued them and won, and they couldn't use my name in the Charlotte area, so they changed it a couple, 3 times.
Sure.
And now they're using it again because the other
It's a
company's
good
out of
name.
business.
Window World and Siding.
Well, it's just Window World.
Okay.
Window World, not
right.
Siding.
Well, there's another company. Remember Granite Transformation?
Oh, yeah. They're back, though.
They are back?
I've seen
Same company?
I don't know.
Because I went in the kitchen 2 weeks ago to put a downdraft cooktop in, and I saw it.
Yeah.
The granite, and I knew what it was.
They put that real thin.
Oh, yeah, granite, real 1/4 inch.
And they lay it on top of your kitchen countertop.
And,
they were here and strong advertising for quite a while, and then they kind of disappeared, but I'm seeing their ads again. So either probably another dealer took it over, because I think the original one, and if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think the original one just closed up, and then somebody else took it over. That happens a lot in our business.
That's part of what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the industry in Charlotte. Charlotte is a tremendous, booming metropolis full of potential. Full. And we got them coming in this city, don't we?
No. Well, just in the last couple of years, I have in the cabinet, we're a cabinet primarily, well, we're a kitchen remodeling company. We used to say we're a cabinet refacing company. That's changed tremendously from what we started out at 25, 26
you
years
still
ago.
reface, don't you?
Oh, yeah. And with our Amish, we've had the same Amish door manufacturer. The company, if I can go back a little bit, the company started by a good friend of mine. I'd like to bring him up because it's a good story.
Sure.
Les Clementi, around 42 years ago, I believe, up in Akron, Ohio, where I'm from.
Right.
And I moved here in '88, started from scratch with my own company when I opened the Window World and Siding Company. And around 2000, and Les is he was a Vietnam veteran, and good guy, real good guy. Had a strong business in Northeast Ohio. And in 2000, I called him up. I was looking, there weren't a lot of companies, other than maybe Sears and Home Depot, I believe, doing refacing in Charlotte. Hardly anybody else. And I said, I've got all these great customers. I've been in business for, at that point, 12 years. I was looking for something to add to my business. I thought refacing could be good. I'm looking around. Everything I saw was basically junk. It was, thermofoil doors and thin veneer reface. It was high-priced junk, basically.
High-priced junk.
So I called my buddy Les. I said, Les, I'm thinking about getting the refacing business in Charlotte. Would you like to go into business with me? He says, no, but I've been thinking about setting up dealers. You could be my guinea pig. So there's an interesting side to the story. So I go up there. He gets me samples. He takes me on some calls. He teaches me the business. I come back. I sell a couple jobs. He sends down his lead installer in a van with 2 jobs. I meet him. Paul Breeze was with me. I meet him at the job site to show Paul how to reface. I was going to stay there a week and do a couple jobs with him. So he walks in. He says, introduce himself, and Paul introduced himself, and hi, I'm Bruce Zaidman. Nice to meet you. He says, Zaidman, you related to Lou Zaidman? I go, it's my father. Now, remember this, my father was in the business from 52 to 69, I think, when he went to work for somebody else. He says, Bruce, you're not, his name was Rick, you're not going to believe this. My father was your father's lead carpenter.
Wow.
Back in the late 50s. I got goosebumps talking about it. Late 50s, early 60s. He said, I loved your dad. I used to go in the shop and clean up and what have you. And Rick just passed away a few months ago, actually. He was about 80 or 70. He was about 78, something like that. He was a few years older than me.
Sure.
But it was just an interesting side of the story. So I became his first dealer. So we opened up. We started doing this was in 2000. So he used to come down here to visit me fairly often. In 2003, we were out to dinner while he's here. And the reason I'm telling the story, if you see our ads, I put in there, founded by a Vietnam veteran.
Right.
In our ads.
Sure.
And he wasn't eating, he wasn't feeling well. What my wife says to him, Les, you're not eating. He says, I don't feel right. He says, I don't feel good. My bones ache. And within the next 6 months, he was diagnosed with rare bone cancer attributed to Agent Orange from Vietnam.
Wow.
They gave him less than a year to live. So he sold the company to his brother-in-law, a very bright guy. So he's had it since 2004. And he made it 13 years through new technology and medicine and so forth. He passed away, I think, 4 or 5 years ago now. But I always bring him up on Veterans Day, things like that,
Sure.
Because I owe a lot to him, because this has really been a terrific thing for us here in Charlotte and in our locations here.
So you're American Wood Reface, and what's the other one?
Carefree Remodeling.
Carefree Remodeling.
Carefree Remodeling is a reboot of my
Window World and Siding.
Yeah, I never got rid of the corporation. So it's the same I incorporated in 91. I opened 88 and incorporated in 91. And it's a reboot of the same corporation. They're both under the same umbrella, corporate umbrella, 2 different DBAs. So with Carefree Remodeling, what we do there is anything that's not related to American Wood Reface. If I'm selling stock cabinetry, which we sell, would go under Carefree. If we do a bathroom remodeling, it's under Carefree Remodeling. Our windows and door business, which is fairly strong for not doing no advertising. It's all referral based or repeat customers. So it's the 2 companies under the same corporate umbrella doing different things. So we do, as American Wood Reface, we do solid wood, Amish made, 1/4-inch refacing with solid Amish made doors, custom cabinetry. We do a lot of, we started one today over in Cotswold. We're building 3 sections of the homes. We're building custom built-ins. We do gut kitchens and we have a cabinet shop in Matthews. We build a cabinet
shop. Yep.
Ourselves there, and then we use all the Amish doors and drawer fronts from them to finish those out in moldings. We're now doing bathroom remodeling, and we're doing closets. Bathroom
remodeling. You're doing tile work, the whole 9 yards.
Got a great tile guy. He's a Ukrainian gentleman.
Right. It's hard to find craftsmen from the Carolinas anymore, isn't it?
He's unbelievable. Yeah. We're seeing a lot of really good craftsmen as Brazilians. Yeah. Down in Hilton Head, we have several of them. My shop manager, 2 of my flooring tile guys are Brazilian. Man, I brought 2 of them up here one day. They're the Lucases. They're both named Lucas. They drove up on a Friday night. We had a kitchen gut we did, and they decided to put luxury vinyl planking down the entire 1,800 square feet. They got the house at 9:30 in the morning. By 4:15, they were in the truck, headed back to Hilton Head. Totally done. Perfect job. Hard workers. Really hard to find guys like that anymore.
PutToolsInSchools.org. That's what this is all about.
Exactly.
That's what we're aiming for, folks. Teaching kids, raising the awareness of the many opportunities in the trades, in craftsmanship, in carpentry, in electrical, all the trades.
Well, I can tell you, right, in Charlotte, we have 3, for refacing and cabinetry, we have 3 2-man crews. I'd like to have more, but it's hard to find. Every one of them but one, Carlos, his father was a carpenter, so he was raised around it. He's been with me, gosh, he was like 22. I think he's 37 or 38 now, but he had skills. The other guys, 2 of my lead guys are the son-in-laws of my installation manager, Mike and Carlos. And I joke with Mike, I said he didn't know one end of the hammer from the other when he started, so he was a helper.
Sure.
Rob was a helper. They were all started out as helpers, not knowing a whole lot. And now the 3 lead carpenters are all doing fantastic. They're homeowners, they're family with kids, making a great living. The helpers, even the helpers do very well. So it's a great profession if you want to learn, and you're never going to be outsourced by AI. You know, this is not a profession where you have to worry about.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about AI, so let's just give a little bit of that right here now.
Okay.
AI scares the bejesus out of me.
It makes two of us.
AI is the devil to me, and I do mean in the worst possible way. And that's all. I mean, can I say anything more detrimental about it? And I do mean what I just said. When you've got students talking to their teacher, why do I have to learn to read when AI will read for me? That right there sets the whole landscape for the future. And it's happening. It's happening over and over and over again. And you wonder why we're losing teachers.
It used to be the dumbing down of America. They stopped teaching kids how to write cursive. You know, I have a 24-year-old grandson, very smart, straight A's, high school, college. He got his degree in accounting. He works for the Charlotte Hornets now, as a matter of fact. Doing great. He can't write cursive. I just found this out.
He probably can't read a tape measure.
Oh yeah,
but only if he worked with you, he knows how.
He may not know how to. But
you know,
and with the AI, it's gotten worse. You don't.
It's going to get worse.
It's terrible.
You know,
for that part of it, the learning.
People get upset with me because I'm passionate, I'm intense, I'm very vocal, and I'm old school. Well, that doesn't work in today's world because it hurts people's feelings. I've got people upset at me because I'm on this program every week. I really spit out some words.
You say what you think.
Yeah, and and I do it out of love, but it doesn't sound very loving the way I do it. And I'm not really going to apologize for it because that's why I coined my name Uncle Ray. Because old Uncle Bill or Uncle Joe, they're pretty hard uncles. Remember that? Your uncles, the old school uncle, would come down on you big time.
Oh, we're the old school uncles now.
We're the old school uncles now. And it doesn't fit well and bode well with a lot of people. I mean no harsh words. I mean no criticism to teachers and educators that are there for the right reasons. But I do speak very frustratingly. That's not even a good word. I can't put it into words because when I go to a school and I talk to the students and they don't know what the trades are, I've got a table full of tools. They don't know what the tools are. Not one student can read well, let me back up. There are a few that they have fathers that are carpenters that might be able to read a tape measure, but 90 to 95% of all the kids cannot read a tape measure. And to your point, they can't read or write cursive. And believe it or not, they can't read. So we've got a big problem. And now you throw AI. Well, Google was bad enough.
Yeah.
And then here comes AI. What's the hardest thing you do now? Find help?
Probably, yeah.
Find help.
Yes.
You can't find
help.
You can't find good quality help.
We hired 2 new guys, I think about a month. Well, let's see. One of them was at the Christmas party. That was in December. So maybe 2 months ago, we hired 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them sounded encouraging. And we had to fire both of them within 30 days.
Can I ask you why?
Well,
I mean, these reasons are very common. That's why
one guy supposedly had some skills, couldn't use a table saw. We need somebody to build cabinets in our shop specifically for that.
Listen up there, Kevin.
Yeah. And that you know, and the other one was just a real goofball. I mean, he would say and do things that were just off the charts, you know, and we couldn't have that in our attitude. There's you know, when I had to win this siding business, I'll never forget. We were really backed up one time. I had to hire several new crews, and their credentials sounded good, and it's not just about being able to do the work. It's showing up every day with a good attitude. It's knowing how to talk to people. It's
right there. The most important thing you're going to do or teach your child or student, if you're a teacher or a family member, whatever, the most important thing we do every day, and it leads to success in anything you do, is communicate. Wouldn't you agree?
100%, yeah.
Communication is so vital, but there again, you've got people that are very crafty, but as long as they keep their mouth shut.
Well, in this case, it was a lack of both. So we had, so we're always looking. We're always looking. And we get lucky sometimes. Down in Hilton Head, my son falls into people because it's a small community down there. And we have more employees there than I have here.
Right.
Quite a few more. We do everything in-house there. We do plumbing, electrical, drywall, framing, everything, tile work in-house.
Sure.
Which here we do have to sub some things out, primarily like drywall work we'll sub out. That's a specialty. The guy that does our tile work, he does work for other people as well, but I've been using him for about 8 years now. He's phenomenal. He's not an employee.
Have you ever hired a young guy and watched him mature?
Yeah, that's well, take Rob, for example, one of my lead carpenters.
Sure.
Now, he's 30 now. He's been with me for about maybe 6 or 7 years. Matter of fact, we do there's a YouTube video we do for American Wood Reface. It's up in Huntersville. We did a few years ago. And I look at it now, and he was working with Mike, one of my lead carpenters. And he's a young guy just learning as a helper. And it's a 11-minute video that shows a 3-day kitchen being completely done from the time they pull in the driveway,
sure,
clean up and leave. And I watched that video, and I'm laughing at Rob because he looks so young. Well, he's 30 years old now. He's got a house. He lives up in Salisbury now. He has a wife and a house. He's a lead carpenter making, good money, great money. He didn't know anything when he came to us. Smart guy, though. And when Jim, my installation manager, Jim Gobetti, he mentioned that he wants to put Rob on his own as a lead, I said, do you really think he's ready? He's a little, I shouldn't say, it seems like a little on the goofy side, but he's a really, really hard worker, always polite. The customers love him. You ask him to do something he doesn't argue with you. And he is phenomenal. And he just started out, had no skill, never did it before, and now he's a lead carpenter. I have found that when someone loves what they do and does it well, that they're happy and content. And I'll bet you if you talk to him, he's happy as can be. He's very happy.
Very happy, very productive, have great job security. And the freedom, that's the part that most people don't understand. The empowerment and the freedom that goes with working with your hands and your mind is phenomenal.
A big part of it, Ray, is you have to have respect for the company you work for. You have to work for a good company. There's a lot of businesses out there that they have a revolving door of salespeople and installers. Because number one, sometimes the worst thing a salesman can do, or a craftsman, is find out what the stuff really costs. Especially these real high price, high pressure companies.
Sure, that
ruins them, because if they find out what the cost and what they're charging the customer, they find out, gee, we're ripping people off.
Right.
Okay, and it's big in our industry, and I see it. I watch ads a lot. I look at magazines when they come out. I look at mailers when they come out. I want to see all the nonsense that's going on in these ads.
There's some big, matter of fact, I got to share this with you.
We'll talk about that, because once they find out what the stuff costs and what their company's charging, that ruins them.
Right.
And a lot of times they'll go and they want, I can do this, I can do it on my own. They go into business for themselves. I can't tell you over the years how many people that I've known that thought they could do it themselves, and invariably they fail because they don't understand. It is very expensive today to be in business. The cost of doing
business, gosh, it's ridiculous.
It's insane.
And it gets worse.
Rents are through the roof. We have a lot of vehicles.
Rules and rules and rules.
Our gasoline bills have gone through the roof. Come down a little bit now, thank God, but not that much. Insurance rates are through the roof. Workers' comp, liability insurance through the roof. Taxes, marketing costs, advertising costs. If you do a lot, it's very expensive.
And then you got to pay people.
And you got to pay top dollar to get good people.
If you're going to keep people, you got to pay them well, and you got to take care of them.
And you got to keep giving them raises, or they go somewhere else.
Yep.
So we tend as a company. I tend to keep people. I had a fellow pass away a couple months ago. I hired him in 1992 at my original company. He was 38 years old. He just passed away at 71. And he worked for me that entire time.
Wow. Well, Bruce, you're a good man.
And well, I have I wouldn't say I'm not a religious person, but I have two beliefs. I believe in the golden rule, and I believe in karma. And
good mantra.
If you put it out there, if you put negative stuff out there, it's going to come back and haunt you.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's funny though. I say that, but there's a lot of very dishonest people that have made a lot of money in the business.
I know.
You go through a lot of. Can I say crap?
In today's world, I have never seen so much corruption, so much thievery, and downright lying in my life.
I'm always looking for the gimmick in the ads.
Never seen. And on that note, I went to NARI meeting a week or so ago, and I met another company coming to town who's selling reface kits. They're going to be on the show, Bruce, make you real happy. But I brought them on the show because I present trends on this show as well, things that come to town, such as refacing. And like dryer vents. I was the first dryer vent business in Charlotte.
You put in my house how long ago?
Oh,
8 or 9 years ago?
I don't know. It's been longer than that, big guy.
I've been there 25 years now, so it's probably
it's been
20 years.
It's been a while, I tell you.
And by the way, it's fantastic. It still works great.
It works great. Yeah. But at any rate, that was a long time ago, and it just, Charlotte has changed and grown, and so many new companies come to this town because of the market that it is. But that doesn't mean they're all qualified. That doesn't mean they're all companies that you may want to hire. You got something to say about that one? Get you cranked up here a little bit.
Well, I watch and I laugh a lot.
You watching? You happy boy?
I have three new major competitors in town that are really pounding it on TV and internet, and I see them on Facebook and print advertising, what have you. And all three of them are selling a low quality product, and in some cases almost twice my price. And we are the best at what we do. I advertise America's finest cabinet refacing system because we are. We have the best quality doors. We use 1/4-inch solid wood. We don't use veneers and laminates. We don't use particle board, thermofoil doors and things like that.
You don't use thermofoil anymore?
Never have.
Well, I just said anymore because I wanted your feedback on.
Yeah, never have.
Thermofoil, I was sold, and I tell this story quite a bit. I was sold on thermofoil because it just sells like great.
It's great for rental properties, lower income homes, but you're seeing it in higher end homes. One of the reasons I opened Hilton Head was because they in the mid-90s they opened Sun City.
Okay.
And Sun City and Hilton Head at that time, they used one of two things. They used thermofoil doors or really ugly oak cabinets. And there are thousands of homes in there. Well, thermofoil over time, the joke when I go to somebody's home, if they have thermofoil, I said, these are warranted, right? They are? I said, yeah, they're warranted to peel. They're guaranteed to peel or turn color. Yeah. And eventually they do. There's a place for it, I think.
I don't think there's a place for any of that crap. Well, not now, I don't.
Thermofoil in the cabinet business is paramount to what what's it called? The the masonite siding.
Hardboard siding
was to the siding business.
Right.
Because hardboard siding, 8, 10, 12 years, 15 if you're lucky, is going to disintegrate.
Sure, if you don't keep it painted and well taken care of.
Even if you keep it painted right, it doesn't hold up.
I know. It's
okay.
It's subpar product.
That was the bulk. When I was big in the siding business, that was the bulk of our business, was replacing masonite or hardboard. Masonite's a brand, hardboard siding. Thermofoil is a big part. It used to be probably 60-70%. Now it's not anymore, but it's still probably 30-40% of our business is redoing thermofoil doors. Sometimes the boxes are okay and we just replace the doors,
sure,
which we can do. If they want to change color, then we do a complete reface. But
I sold a job down in Concord, Keystone. I call it Keystone because it was just a name of a brand of the cabinet within the confines of Ultracraft, which you've heard of.
Yeah. I'll tell you about Ultracraft.
I can too. I was an Ultracraft dealer, and I was sold a bill of goods that I wouldn't sell to a.
Remember American
Kitchens?
American Kids, Al Harrell?
I remember Harold. I saw Al about 4 months ago.
In '95, I lived in Cotswold. I had a 50s house, a 50s kitchen with knotty pine cabinets in it.
Right.
And no one was doing refacing at the time, but it wouldn't have worked anyway. So I bought my cabinets I wasn't doing a lot of kitchens then, so I bought my cabinets, Ultracraft cabs from Al Harrell.
Yeah, right. He was a dealer.
And they were white, and my wife wanted white, which wasn't popular in '95.
Right.
And they were thermofoil.
Keystone. That was the brand. That was the brand.
I've bought a fair amount of cabinets for the kitchen, put them in. I sold the house in '99. We moved to Lake Norman. Nice townhome in Lake Norman. Garbage construction, but nice.
Right.
Oh, that was horrible. But anyway, so I got to know the guy who I sold the house, a real nice guy. They still live there today. He bought the house from me in '99. And, I had a gutter business for a while too.
Yes.
Gutter shutter. I
sold it to Jeff Viscount.
No, Jeff was my partner.
He was? Okay.
I bought Jeff out, actually.
Okay, I got you.
I sold it to, this is the part of getting old. You forget stuff. Anyway, I sold it.
That's doing
ago.
So much in your business.
Exactly. So he calls me back to put these gutters on his house.
Right.
While I was there, I said, by the way, now this was I'm going to say this was 2005.
Right.
Because I got in the gutter business in 2003. And I said to him, how are your cabinets holding up? Because I knew they were thermofoam. By that time, I had been doing refacing for a while. He says, funny you should ask. He takes me in the house, and every one of the doors, they looked like they were pregnant.
Right, they bubbled.
They bubbled in the center.
Sure.
And a little bit on the edges, but they all delaminated. I said, man, I'm really sorry. I didn't know. I bought them here's what I bought them from Al Harrell at American Kitchens. I'm sure they're out of warranty, but see if there's anything he can do for you. So, yeah, that was, I put them in.
Well, I was sold Ultracraft cabinets by Ultracraft. They did a great job selling me, and I became a dealer for quite a while. And I've sold a lot of Keystone cabinets, which is exactly what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And I've gone back since. Kitchen down in Concord off Whittington Road down there. Beautiful kitchen when I finished, but 5-10 years later, I have to replace every drawer front and every cabinet door on the job because they delaminated.
Right.
And there's another example of products that come on the market. They come and they go, just like masonite hardboard,
right? Just
like particle board.
Well, here's the kicker, though. A lot of these companies are doing refacing today. Guess what they're selling? They're selling thermofoil doors.
I know.
At high dollar. And it's the cheapest door you could buy.
I can't stand the product.
And when it
doesn't even look good.
In a wood grain, you can tell it's thermofoil or formica because the grain runs in one direction.
Sure, it's horrible looking.
So when you have
looks like a painted fake.
A real wood, you'll have horizontal and vertical grain.
Right.
So a thermofoil, because it's just a plastic sheet, it's all one direction. That's how you tell it very easily. I took a video. I have a picture on my phone, a video, I should say, of somebody on TV a couple days ago, and it shows them putting up the how they're facing it with a big sheet of the veneer and taking a knife and cutting out the opening with a knife. Junk, and they're very expensive.
I talk about this a lot. You got MDF, which is nothing but paper, right? Medium density fiberboard.
Yeah, it's
MDF. It's basically paper compressed together with a resin or call it glue, call it what you want. And then you've got particle board, still at particle board cabinets with end panels. It's junk. Water hits it. It's just junk.
I saw a video on Facebook the other day. They're saying if you have thermofoil cabinets and they're peeling, here's what you do: heat them up with a hair dryer, peel off the laminate and paint the doors. Wrong. Because water gets around those, they'll swell up like a sponge.
Exactly. Matter of fact, probably swell up when paint hits it. Because it's taking the moisture out of the...
Bad idea.
It's terrible. And all we're doing is telling you history. So if you got rental property or whatever, there you go. But I got to take a minute. And talk about my sponsors. Yeah, we got quite a few sponsors we need to take care of weekly. And Queen City Home Store, for example. Queen City Home Store, one of our premier sponsors, been with us a long time. Started in 1952 in Charlotte. Now they're Queen City Home Store. They used to be Queen City TV. Then they went to Queen City TV and Appliance. You remember old Woody Player?
Of course.
You bought quite a bit from Queen City over the years, haven't you?
Yep, sure have.
If you're in the kitchen and bath business in Charlotte, well, kitchen predominantly, you're going to know about Queen City. Now it's Queen City Home Store. They've gone over the Carolinas and purchased some furniture stores, taking them and making them the Queen City Home Store, where you can go in there and furnish your house with appliances, furniture, a whole house home store, Queen City Home Store.
Bedding?
What's that?
Bedding. They're doing a lot of bedding now.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. A lot of bedding. And you can get to them on queencityonline.com. That's queencityonline.com. And we can't forget about our sponsor, Rhino Lift. Did you ever get your house fixed?
I did.
Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions, right here in Charlotte. That's Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions, crawl space issues, unlevel slabs. They can level your slab. They can fix your foundation, crawl space. You name it. If it's got something to do with the structure of your house, that's Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. Give them a call or go to Rhino Lift Foundation FS.com. That's Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. But in today's world, I just say Google it. It works every time. Owens Chimney Systems. If you've got hearth products or a chimney issue, you need new chimney liner or just have it cleaned. Don't want no fireplace, flue fires, gas fire logs, gas appliances, furnace cleaning. Owens Chimney Systems. And we can't forget their custom fabrication chimney cap shop, chimney caps. No matter what you've got, they can make a cap to fit your chimney. Doesn't matter where. So that's Owens Chimney Systems. And Kilo Exterminating Company, been in Charlotte since 1952. Moisture readings with every inspection. And you can develop a relationship with your own personal pest control gentleman too, technician. That's Kilo Exterminating. Been here a long time. Great service, great staff, each technician certified.
Almost so old as you.
Yeah, they are. 1952. That's Queen City Home Store, came to Charlotte in 1952. And Kilo Exterminating, Charlotte, 1952. So, yeah, just almost, not as almost, they are as old as me. And Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Just Google them. Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. If you're looking for floor covering, be it LVP, laminate, the most popular floor, do y'all put down floors?
We do now, yes.
Yeah, it's hard not to in Charlotte, North Carolina.
LVP, man.
LVP is a champion floor. They bring the showroom to you. That's Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. They got 4 or 5 trucks, mobile showrooms. They bring the product to you. So give them a chance. Give them an opportunity. That's Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. And today, my guest, Bruce Zaidman, American Wood Reface, and Carefree Remodeling. That's it.
That's it.
That's it in a nutshell. So give them a call. How do they get in touch with Google you?
They can Google us, woodreface.com.
Number's right there on the screen. 800-489-4324. Give them a call. And I want to say, too, that I'm very grateful for our sponsors, the ABS Insulating, for example. And we hadn't mentioned one time today about the snow, so we've got to talk a little bit about snow and cold weather.
I mention one thing, if I could. If they call
Absolutely.
Off this podcast here, they call that number, I will personally come out and meet with them. I will not send a salesman.
But you got to tell them you heard it on About Your House.
Absolutely.
And listen to us every Saturday morning on Fox Sports Charlotte from 9 to 11. Download the free app. Hear us live anywhere on the planet. That's Fox Sports Charlotte. Download the free app every Saturday morning, 9 to 11. You will hear this show. That's About Your House. And there you go. You got it. You know as much as me now. So tune in every Saturday morning, 9 to 11. You will hear this show. And you can also hear us live. We're streaming live right now on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, on both aboutyourhouseradio.com, About Your House Radio Show, and our channel, as well as puttoolsinschools.org. Put Tools in Schools is one of our sponsors as well, raising the awareness of the many opportunities there are in the trades, and they're abundant, no doubt, abundant. But let's talk about the weather a little bit. Did you have any problems due to the cold weather?
Yeah.
Personal problem?
We have no personal. No, it was a very light snow, fluffy snow. It's easy to shovel. I have a long driveway. Did the whole driveway myself in about an hour and a half.
Well, we
didn't work Monday. The ice.
Oh, who did? Yeah. Very few people worked yesterday. But the cold was a story, because right now as we talk, there are pipes thawing out and busting like crazy. How do I know that? Because that's the nature of the beast. I lost hot water. Well, how did I lose hot water? I got water lines going from my upstairs to my Renai on-demand water heater. And something I've got to say to people, too, about on-demand water heaters. They're fantastic. Do you have one?
I do not.
You do not. You got a tank water heater. Mm-hmm. I love on-demand water heater because you're never going to run out of hot water. Now, a lot of people think it's instant. That is not the case at all. On-demand water heaters, Renai, Norwich, or whatever it's called. I mean, there are many brands of on-demand water heaters, and they all work principally the same way. And most of them are gas. So know this. If the power goes out, you will not have hot water. Remember that. Now, my power stayed on, but I still didn't have hot water because the water lines froze from upstairs, from my point of entry to the living quarters to the water heater outside on the wall outside. Those water lines froze, therefore I couldn't get hot water. But my water heater was functioning, it just couldn't get water to it because of frozen water lines. So what did I do yesterday? I wanted to shower. I wanted to feel good. Nothing. To me, the greatest luxury in our house is hot water. I love me some hot water. Well, I didn't have any yesterday. So what I do, I cranked up my little propane heater, took it upstairs, and put it under the water lines. An hour and a half, I had hot water. So it works. But remember this. This is really, really, really important, and a lot of people aren't aware of this. Being that Charlotte is somewhat isolated from this type of winter weather, when's the last time we had a 10-inch snow?
A long time, many
a while back.
Yeah.
04? Was that the...
Something like that,
yeah. 04. So it's been a long time since we've seen the snow. Hey, winter came. Wow. Winter visited us this year. I'm so happy. However, I'm not happy about the cold weather, the super, super cold. For one, the homeless people, think about all the homeless people in Charlotte that were in this cold weather. It's horrible, horrible. You know, but know this about on-demand water heaters. If the power goes out, you're at risk of busting pipes in your water heater. Why? Because all on-demand water heaters have little ceramic heaters that are mounted on the water lines and water parts in your heater. I know because I've torn one apart because mine busted. Why did it bust? For the same reasons I'm telling you. I lost power. When you lose power, you don't have, those heaters are not activated. And since then, you might take heed to this. I bought a backup computer storage battery. It's upstairs with my water heater plugged into it because if my power goes out, I'm still going to have hot water because I got backup battery. And what you plug your water heater in for, your on-demand water heater, is the igniter. Something's got to ignite the you could call it a pilot light. It's an igniter, and it's run by 110 volts. Very, very little voltage, very little power it takes to ignite it. So it's not going to be a big draw on power. So that battery will do the trick.
If I could say something about hot water tanks.
Please do.
We see a lot of this because my next door neighbor, it happened to. I redid their, a number of years ago, I redid their kitchen.
Sure.
And their hot water tank was in a hallway. They just had brand new hardwood floors put in. And I asked him, I said, how old is your hot water tank? I don't know. I said, well, if it's over 12 years old, replace it. Used to be years ago, you know.
Oh, yeah.
A hot water tank would last 20 years. Maybe
It'll last 20, 30, some of them 40 years.
Right. New ones, 10, 12 years. I've been in my house 25 years now. I've replaced it when I moved in.
Right.
I replaced it, I think, 10 or 12 years later. And I'll probably be replacing it again pretty soon, because you don't want that to, if they go bad, it's a nightmare. It's your flooring, it's your cabinets. We see a lot of that in my kitchen business, where people, a lot of problems with dishwashers.
Yes.
Flooding, hot water tanks, of course, and washing machines. If you don't have good hoses.
Right, you should replace the hoses about once every year or two.
Well, with the better hoses, I don't know if you have to go that long, but still.
Let me tell you something about these better coax hoses.
It's a mess.
These better coax hoses are really no better than the old high-quality rubber hoses. Now, you think just because it's got steel mesh around it, it's a better unit. Not true, because there's good, better, best in all products.
Right.
And those coax or braided cables, you know what's underneath there? A rubber hose.
Yeah.
And the rubber hose beneath there is just as apt to burst as any rubber hose you got. So just because it's a coax line or braided steel braid doesn't mean it's going to last indefinitely.
But those are three things: the hot water tank, the dishwasher, and the washing machines. Really, we see a lot of all of those things happen, and it's a mess. Sometimes you talk about the whole downstairs needs redone. Cabinets,
Speaking of that, this week pipes are bursting all over the city of Charlotte. They're bursting. And where? I hope you're not one of them. That's all I can say, because this is insurance claim week.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's true. And this is when the restoration people get their dues.
It's like the storm chasers for the hail for the roofs.
Right. But the cold was brutal. There's things you need to be aware of, and I know you've listened to TV, mainstream media, and they give you all the precautions. If you've got any questions or anything, feel free to call me at my number. And by the way, aboutyourhouseradio.com has been refreshed somewhat. I'm still working on it. Do you know much about website editing and technology?
No.
No. Well, I've taken it upon myself to learn website editing and more electronic technology around this studio, because we must edit websites. You have to update your website, and you've got companies you pay to do that.
Absolutely. Pay a lot of money to do that.
Well, Borja Media is responsible for this studio, and we've had some bugs and clicks, like one camera isn't working today, but we're getting there. Both bird dogs are working today, so we made progress. So last week we had to stop the show and do a 20-minute download from Microsoft. So technology is wonderful when it works. But here we are. This is About Your House, and we're going to take a top-of-the-hour break here in about 6 minutes and 35 seconds. Are we together there, big guy? Spot on. So we'll take a break, top of the hour, and come back to you after the top of the hour break. Bruce Zaidman's my guest today from American Wood Reface.
I'll take a minute of something I want to talk about real quick.
You don't have to be real quick. You can take your time. Just don't take longer than 6 minutes.
About 2 minutes. This is to homeowners. You can have the best company in the world, but people do make mistakes. Remodeling is not simple. There's a lot involved, a lot of parts and pieces, a lot of manual labor that goes along with it. Please give the company that you're dealing with the opportunity to make if something goes sideways, don't jump all over them. Don't yell and scream. I had a lady recently, we had to replace one door because it was a half-inch too short. Jim just ordered it. He hit a wrong button. You would have thought we tore out her whole kitchen, left without a kitchen. It takes time to get the replacement, but I had to tell her. I kind of got a little huffy with her. We're not going to Lowe's and buying another door for you. These are custom made by the Amish. It takes 6 weeks to get them. We have a week off layoff for Christmas. And she was just so ugly and nasty. and she'd call and yell at people in my office. We got the door, we fixed it. As soon as we got it, we went the next day, took care of it. It was not a big deal. It's not life and death. Give them an opportunity to take care of it. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yes, they do.
We maintain almost 5-star rating across. We have a few 4 stars, but almost 5-star everywhere. 90% or more 5-star ratings.
And you take pride in that.
Absolutely. That's what we strive for. We get mad when you get a 4-star review. It's not good enough. But we take care of our mistakes. It takes time. Work with the contract, whoever it is. I don't care what business you're in, what company you're dealing with. It's going to happen. Now, if it happens on every job, it's a problem, obviously. But we've done 1,000 kitchens in the last 3 years. We've had a few slip-ups.
Right.
But they always get taken care of. You just got to be patient, give an opportunity. You know, when we do a job, you have to trust us, but we also have to trust you, the customer.
It's a two-way street. Absolutely. It works both ways.
And some people anymore are just so unreasonable. It's very frustrating on our end.
On that note,
it doesn't happen often, but
on that note, to close this hour out, right now, unfortunately, I have never seen a time in my life that people are so short-tempered, short to fire off. There's a lot of fear in the air right now, a lot of anxiety in our culture, in our whole country right now, a lot. It's splitting people up. This political corrupted garbage that's going out in our country right now. It's so divisive, and it's also strategic, meaning it's intentional to drive us and divide us as a country, and it's working. Folks, we got to come together and get loving. I'm serious. Now, I know sometimes I sound aggressive and pretty harsh on my ways of speaking about put tools in schools, only because I see a tremendous problem in our kids, and our kids aren't happy. And I know the purpose that working with your hands and your mind gives kids, and the happiness it gives kids. And you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's
very rewarding, purpose-filled in its way. But right now, we're not communicating well. We're taking sides. I wish we could all turn off technology. I wish we could all turn off the TV and get back to our communities, get back to each other, get back to loving one another. I've got a very dear friend of mine that has basically not my friend anymore from the actions represented, and I don't understand it. It's because of my way of talking. It's not what I say, it's how I say it. When you're 74 years old and you come out of old school America, it doesn't work or fit in today's world, unfortunately. And I'm going to do my best to conform as best I can. But one thing you can count on, I'm going to use my honest, gut-wrenching feeling about anything that I see or do or hear. And I will convey it the way I feel it. Now, I'm sorry if I sound a bit aggressive. Some people say, Ray, you need to curb your passion. Well, who's going to do it? Men have gotten a bad rap here lately, right?
Yes, yeah.
If you're a man and you speak up, you become a toxic male. Toxic masculinity. Well, you call me toxic masculinity. Here I am. Look at it. Because this is what a real man looks like. And, I take pride in that. How about you?
I agree 100%.
You got to be man. You got to be manly. You got to step up and say what's right. That's what God put us here for. So, please, let's spread some love. I know I don't do a great job, or at least I don't sound like I'm very loving sometimes, but I promise you I love each and every one of you out there. That's my purpose in life, is to love, spread love. So we're going to take a break here. We're against the clock, and I got Bruce Zaidman from American Wood Reface is my guest today. Every week, guest. Next week, I've got a young lad, 18 years old, homeschooled, working for a remodeling company, his family's company. I'm anxious to see Landon Files, his name. He's going to be on the show next week. I'm looking forward to it. But for now, we got to take a break. Top of the hour break. We'll be back with more About Your House coming up right here. Stay tuned.